Welcome, everyone. These slides have been pre-recorded so we can start collaborating sooner. Today, I want to share with you a management framework that can help any organization deal with change, conflict, complexity, or chronic issues, corporate culture, or strategic management. It focuses on polarities like work and home, compliance and choice, or competition and collaboration, or preserving tradition while stimulating progress. Today, we'll use the polarity of stability and change to help our car company. This 2-day class has been distilled down to 11 minutes so we can practice in a manner that'll help with your learning, consulting, facilitation, or leadership work. So who am I and what am I about? My name is Warren Yu. I live in Monterey, California with my wife of 28 years and our 3 daughters, ages 24, 17, and 21. I'm about global peace and stability. To get to global peace and stability, we need both justice and governance. To get to justice and governance, we need 3 things: trade, security, and diplomacy. I work in America's Security Department, where I've been for the past 37 years with the U.S. Navy and more recently with the Institute for Security Governance. We'll start with 4 assertions. Assertion number 1, innovation. Invention just creates things, but innovation changes habits. Innovation is about adopting new practices. Awesome leadership teams, organizations, and businesses reflect the same 4 elements that an innovation does because their culture, products, or services are compelling, relevant, sustainable, and lead to a competitive advantage. How might we best do that? Assertion number 2, polarities. Our most fundamental polarity is breathing. We must breathe in and we must breathe out. Without both, the entire system collapses and we'll die. Like all polarities in life, we endeavor to find the best balance of both. How might we best do that? Assertion number 3, balance. Balance is best represented by the 3,500-year-old Chinese philosophy of yin-yang, which translates to dark and bright. It's based on dualism, which describes how opposite or contrary forces may actually complement and interconnect with each other, creating a system of interdependent pairs that continually bolster the other. We can break down the yin-yang symbol into 4 parts. The still point in the middle always remains centered. It represents the calm in the midst of the storm. The outer circle represents purpose and equilibrium. The dots represent the lack of absolutes, that each contains the seed of the other. And finally, the entire icon rotates endlessly in eternal, self-sustaining balance. Yin-yang is the basis for the infinity symbol. It can be divided into 2 parts known as poles. These poles form an interdependent pair of opposites crucial to a system. That system is called a polarity. Managing those polarities to our advantage is called polarity management. Like yin-yang, polarities represent a perpetual, self-balancing energy system that is centered literally around the concept of yes and. Its interdependency is unavoidable, unstoppable, and serves as a sustainable framework to achieve your goals. Each pole brings something positive to the pair and becomes a liability without its interdependent opposite pole. Assertion number 4, energy. New ideas need energy. Just to make your new idea compelling and relevant, which is already a high bar, it's super hard to make it quick and sustainable. So what do? Oh, I know. Let's make a really nice PowerPoint slide deck. No, it doesn't work because as great as your ideas may be, they rarely pack enough inherent energy for launch and sustainment. We already have an existing framework that comes packed with energy built into nature. They're called polarities. Polarities are, in fact, infinite energy systems like waves in the ocean. As the energy wraps around each pole, it simultaneously attracts and repels those poles, making them an interdependent, self sustaining pair. Problems can be solved, but when polarities are correctly managed, their yes and approach helps you achieve your goals faster and sustain them longer, which is why a polarities duality is captured with the quote, "There's wisdom in the resistance." In fact, healthy polarities maximize their good parts and minimize their bad parts and are actually warped upwards like this. Okay, that's it for theory. Here's the scenario. We've all been hired as consultants to resuscitate a 100-year-old car company. Half the employees want to keep doing things the same old way because that's what makes them comfortable and it's a known path forward. The other half wants change to attract new talent and new ideas to transcend our company beyond transportation, especially against the backdrop of global climate change and working from home now and during the next pandemic and the impending refugee crisis brought on by the war in the Ukraine. We're going to accelerate this car company in 10 steps based on the polarity of stability and change. I'll walk you through the first 6 of the 10 steps of filling out a polarity map. Step number 1. We'll start by declaring at the top in green our greater purpose statement, which is to skyrocket to be a compelling, relevant, and sustainable car company. Step number 2. We'll declare what we want to avoid at the bottom in red, which is complete failure from the collapse of a feeble, tangential, or inept car company. Step number 3. We'll list above the left-hand pole the positive, universal benefits of stability like maintaining continuity, honoring core values, and tapping past and present wisdom. Step number 4. When we focus too much on stability to the exclusion of change, and yes, I need you to say it like that, we experience stability's negative consequences, like precipitating stagnation, atrophying investments, or squandering our energy and direction. Step number 5. To fix this, we need to swing the energy up to the right by focusing on the opposite pole of change. Above this right-hand pole, we'll list the universal benefits of change that can fix the negative consequences of too much stability, like sparking creativity or pioneering new opportunities or reviving vitality and correcting our course. Step number 6. When we focus too much on change to the exclusion of stability, we experience the negative consequences of change, like inciting disruption, forfeiting our values, and taking foolish risk. These first 6 steps are now complete and frame the challenge. It's also important to discuss what happens in the middle. As we swing the negative consequences of the left pole up to the right, we're fixing the problem. When we swing the negative consequences of the right pole up to the left, we're fixing the fix. This unending correction and its resulting correction to the correction enable polarities to process quickly and persist infinitely, which is why they initiate change faster and sustain change longer. Okay, time for action. Think about our 3 images. We're in a position to help these people, but we first need to turn this company around, helping all the workers and the management resolve their long-standing disagreements over stability and change. Teams 1 and 2 will brainstorm action steps to promote their pole. Teams 3 and 4 will brainstorm early warning triggers to prevent the company from over-focusing on their pole. The Zoom room number you'll randomly be placed in will double as your team number. Click on the link we've provided in Zoom chat to head to Mural. You'll have 12 minutes to work in your teams, and then we'll collectively shepherd everyone around to highlight your work and answer your questions. Okay, so now we'll end this segment, bring you back to the main room for a quick check-in, and then we'll begin the live collaboration. See you soon.